Yes, I got the 6.
Now my turn. Mama, I'm not getting 6.
Why? What happened, Chinmay? Why are you crying so
I'm
much?
not getting 6.
You know, there is maths in Ludo also.
How there is maths in Ludo?
Here comes our next topic called probability. In this video, we'll see all the concepts of probability. तो चालू करें? इधर देखो. Okay, so now we will start with our new topic called as probability. In probability, the first thing that we are going to see is first random experiment. Experiments are the one which we have already done in various other subjects like physics, chemistry and biology. In maths also we do random experiments. What do we do in random experiment? We do experiment like tossing a coin, then also rolling die, or taking out a card from various well shuffled deck of card. Okay, so these are all called experiment in mathematics. So when we perform experiments, we get certain outputs. Like suppose I am tossing one coin, so I get output as either head or tail. If I roll one die, then I get output as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 or 6. Okay, so these are all called as outcomes. These outcomes can be also termed as events under this topic probability. Okay, outcomes are always written as a sample space in curly bracket. So suppose we are doing one experiment of tossing a coin, then the outcome will be written as h comma t, and number of elements in this sample space are 2, 1, 2. Okay, suppose I am taking one die and the sample space inside the curly bracket will be 1 comma 2 comma 3 comma 4 comma 5 comma 6. So number of elements in this sample space are 6. Okay, so this is all about first concept that we have learned. Before going to the concept, main probability ka concept, we have to understand certain terminology or the concept, that is what is an experiment, and then we have to understand what is outcome, how do we write outcomes, and now next we have to do certain experiments in detail. So let us start doing that experiments. So now we are going to see certain events, the events which are there in your syllabus, and we'll see their outcomes and we'll see how to write the outcomes. Okay, the first event is of tossing coin. Okay, so remember one thing, any of the event, you take tossing a coin, you take a die, you take whatever, the number of outcomes will always be like the number of sides, the whole raised to number of times it is done. Okay, this you have to remember for coin, for die, for any other एक्सपेरिमेंट साइड्स कितना है वो चीज को, और उसके साथ वो चीज टॉसिंग नहीं तो रोलिंग कितनी बार किया गया, ये इसका फॉर्मूला है. ओके, सो लेट अस अंडरस्टैंड फर्स्ट, दैट इज टॉसिंग अ कॉइन for one coin. Okay, so when we have one coin, it is two-sided coin and it is done one time, so there are two outcomes. And how do we write the outcome in this? I know it is either head or tail. Okay, so now let us take two coins, or a coin is tossed two times, then also, or you toss two coins at a time, दोनों में वो सेम ही आएगा. तो दो साइड है कॉइन का और दो बार टॉस किया गया है, तो इसका आउटपुट तो 4 आने वाला है. तो लिखेंगे कैसे, मुझे पता है एक तो दोनों में हेड हेड आएगा, नहीं तो पहला हेड दूसरा टेल आएगा, नहीं तो पहला टेल दूसरा हेड आएगा, नहीं तो टेल और टेल आएगा. ठीक है, अभी आपका सिलेबस में आने वाला और एक लास्ट इवेंट, दैट इज 3 कॉइन्स. इसमें भी एक कॉइन 3 बार किया गया, ये एक इवेंट हो सकता है, नहीं तो एक 3 कॉइन अलग अलग है और एक ही टाइम पे टॉस किए, ये हो सकता है. तो इस केस में साइड तो 2 है और वो 3 बार किया गया है, मतलब इसका आउटपुट पे 8 एलिमेंट्स आनी चाहिए। तो ये करने कैसे पता है, इसको याद रखने का कि मुझे पता है 8 का 2 करेंगे डिवाइड बाय 2 तो 4 आने वाला है, तो मैं 4 बार h लिखूंगी, 4 बार t लिखूंगी। ठीक है, 4 का 2 बार करो 2 आएगा, 2 बार 2h लिखूंगी, 2 बार t लिखूंगी, फिर 2 बार h लिखूंगी, फिर 2 बार t लिखूंगी, फिर एक बार h, t, h, t, h, t, h, t. So these are the outcomes. See why I have showed you this trick, because you will remember it for longer time. You will not get confused while writing the sample space of 3 coins. So how do we write the sample space of 3 coins? You do this as a rough work and then simply write h, h, h. Whatever is there here, you can copy this. Okay, h, t, h. This is one way. There are various ways available that you can do, but I find this is like easy to remember and you will not make mistake in this. Okay, and last is t, t, t. Okay, so this is how we write the sample space for tossing a coin. In your syllabus you have got 1 coin toss, 2 coin toss, and then 3 coin toss. How do we get the number of output, that you have understood. So for here n of s you do, it is 2, here n of s you do, it is 4, and here n of s you do, it is 8. I hope you have understood this. Let us go for the next type of event, which is rolling a die. Now let us see the next type of event, which is rolling die. Okay, in your syllabus, rolling die, again die have got 6 faces. Remember this. So this 6 faces, first thing that you have is you're doing 1 die. Okay, so when 1 die is done, we know 6 faces rolled 1 time, there will be 6 number of outcomes. So your sample space will simply have either 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This we know. Okay, and one more thing that you have is when you have a die rolled 2 times, or 2 dice are rolled simultaneously, both are same. So in that you have got 6 faces, but it is done twice, so it is 6 square, so there will be 36 outputs, okay, or outcomes. And now to write this, let us see how do we write this. You make a big curly bracket, you write 1 comma 1, then 1 comma 2, 1 comma 3, 1 comma 4, 1 comma 5, and last is we will write 1 comma 6. Okay, so next one line is done, then you will go 2 comma 1, 2 comma 2, 2 comma 3, 2 comma 4, 2 comma 5, 2 comma 6, dot dot dot. This you will do for all other things. Okay, and lastly you will write again 5 comma 1, 5 comma 2, 5 comma 3, 5 comma 4, you will do 5 comma 5 and 5 comma 6, and one more, that is 6 comma 1, 6 comma 2, 6 comma 3, 6 comma 4, 6 comma 5, and 6 comma 6. So you can see here n of s of 2 dice when it is rolled, it is 36, and 1 coin it is done, n of s, number of elements in sample space, are 6. So this is the second type of event that you have in your syllabus, that is rolling die. So in our syllabus, the next type of event that we have is of cards. And in the cards, we have 52 cards, totally 52 cards. Now in this total 52 cards, there are 4 types. Okay, 2 are black and 2 are red. So 2 black are called, one is spade, which looks like of this shape, and another one is club, which is of this shape. And then we have heart, that we all know, and a diamond. They both are of red. Okay, in each of the type there are total 13 cards. Okay, so 13 cards. How? There is 1 king in each type, there is 1 queen in each type, there is 1 jack in each type, and there is 1 s in each type. Then it comes to 2 to 10 number cards. So there are numbers on the cards, and numbers on the cards are there from 2 to 10. So 2 to 10 for spade, 2 to 10 for club, 2 to 10 for hearts, and 2 to 10 for diamond. So if you add all of them, there are 13, 13, 13, 13. So 13 fours are 52 cards are there in total. So this you should know thoroughly because you will get this cards probability in grade 10, 11 and 12. So please do remember this probability. Okay. We'll go to the next type of, we'll go to the concept of probability now. So now we are going to start with the basic important concept of probability, where we are going to see what is the importance of this formula. Okay, before that, let us consider there is a random experiment done, and for that you are getting outcomes with A as an event. Okay, so the formula says probability of A. You read this as P of A equal to number of favorable outcomes upon total number of possible outcomes. So let us understand this. Okay, so if I give an example that I am rolling a die, so I know the sample space which is there will have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. So total number of outcomes in this particular event is 6, and the sample space of this event is 6, and I want an event of getting an even number. So A में क्या क्या आएगा बताओ, even number क्या क्या है इसमें, 2, 4 and 6. Therefore your number of elements in A are 3. Correct? So if you apply this formula of probability, then you will get total number of outcomes are 6 and favorable outcomes are 3. So 3 by 6, which is further reducible to 1 by 2. So you can see the probability of getting an even number when a die is rolled is 1 by 2. Okay, one more characteristics that we have to see over here is probability of any event will lie between 0 to 1 always. That means probability can never be negative. It can never be negative. It cannot be more than 1 also. This you should remember. This cannot be more than 1 also. So these are the specific characteristics of probability, and this is a formula, and this is how you calculate the probability of any event. Okay, so now let us go to certain types of event which are still remaining, and we'll do that events in detail because we every time been asked for the MCQs depending upon that events. Okay, so let's go ahead with the types of events. Okay, so we'll start with the next type of event, which is equally likely event. There is a question in your exercise about this particular type of event. So let us understand this event by taking one example. I am taking a coin. So if there is a coin, that means it will have two elements, either it is head or tail. So the total number of elements in this sample space are 2. Let us consider an event where I am getting a head. Okay, so if it is a head, then I know that it will be only H. So n of A, if I do, it will be only 1. Let us consider one more event where the event is B of getting a tail. So I know in B there will be only T. So n of B will be also 1. So if I try to find the probability of A, it will come, total number of outcomes are n of S and then n of A. So it will be 1 upon 2. If I find the probability of event B, it will be n of B upon n of S. That will be also half. Now can you see this? These two events, single experiment have got two events which are equally likely. दोनों का probability same हो गया. इसके लिए इसको बोलेंगे equally likely event. समझ में आया? एक इवेंट होने के बाद दूसरे पे अगर कुछ भी फर्क नहीं पड़ता तो इस टाइप के इवेंट को बोलते हैं इक्वली लाइकली इवेंट. Okay, let us go to the next two types of event together. So let us go to the next type of events together because they normally come, they are opposite of each other. So basically it is sure event and impossible event. तो श्योर इवेंट का जो प्रोबेबिलिटी है वो हमेशा 1 रहता है और इम्पॉसिबल इवेंट का जो प्रोबेबिलिटी है वो हमेशा 0 रहता है. ये स्टार पॉइंट है. अभी कैसे, ये एक एग्जांपल के बाद आपको क्लियर हो जाएगा. तो इधर हम लोग ने लिया इवेंट ए और let us take a event where you're rolling a die. Or die means sample space will have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That means total number of outcomes are 6. And let us consider an event A of getting a number which is less than 7 and greater than 0. So if you see this, n of A will always have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So n of A will be always 6. So if you take the probability of this, it will be n of A upon n of S, which is 6 by 6 get cancelled. So the probability of sure event becomes 1. So ऐसा इवेंट वो हमेशा होगा ही होगा. इस टाइप के इवेंट को हम लोग बोलते हैं श्योर इवेंट. Okay, another name for this type of event is also called as certain event. Okay, so remember, you have to remember these two names. Either it is called as certain event or sure event. Let us go for the next event, that is impossible event. To understand this event, let us take an example where you are tossing 2 coins. So for 2 coins, we know it is either 2 times head, 2 times tail, पहला हेड दूसरा टेल, पहला टेल दूसरा हेड, राइट. तो इसमें जो सैंपल स्पेस है उसमें 4 एलिमेंट्स आ जाएंगे. अभी ये इवेंट करेंगे हम लोग ऑफ गेटिंग 3 हेड, गेटिंग 3 हेड्स. अभी इसमें 3 हेड्स दिख रहा है क्या आपको सैंपल स्पेस में? नहीं दिख रहा है ना. तो इसका मतलब ए जो है वो एम्प्टी है, इसमें कुछ भी नहीं है. तो एन ऑफ ए जो है वो 0 है, राइट. तो प्रोबेबिलिटी ऑफ ए निकालने जाएंगे तो एन ऑफ ए अपॉन एन ऑफ एस करेंगे तो ये 0/4 आएगा जो कि आ जाएगा 0. सो प्रोबेबिलिटी ऑफ इवेंट impossible event is 0. So this is how you understand. जो इवेंट कभी पॉसिबल ही नहीं हो सकता उसका प्रोबेबिलिटी हमेशा 0 होता है. इसका नाम होता है impossible event. Remember these two. We have got certain, sure event. 2 names are same, and impossible event. Okay. So let us go for our next type of event, that is complementary event. Okay, so now we'll see complementary events. For this event, we will take an example. You have got a bag. In that bag, you have got cards. Each card is numbered from 1 to 10. So the sample space will have 10 numbers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Okay, so this sample space will have 10 elements. Okay, so let us take an event A of getting even numbers in your card. So A में क्या क्या आएगा बताओ? even numbers में 2 आएगा, 4, 6, 8 और 10. तो अगर मैंने इसका नंबर ऑफ एलिमेंट गिना तो वो 5 आ रहा है, राइट. तो अगर मैंने इसकी प्रोबेबिलिटी निकाली P ऑफ A तो क्या आएगा? N ऑफ A अपॉन N ऑफ S जो कि आएगा 5/10. 5/10 को कम करेंगे तो तेरा P ऑफ S जो है A है वो आ जाएगा हाफ. ओके, ये एक इवेंट है. तो लेफ्ट आउट जो नंबर इसमें यही इवेंट में है, जैसे कि मैंने इवन नंबर ले लिया तो जो रह गए इसको हम लोग क्या बोलेंगे? A डैश. of not getting even number. That is, you may write it as an odd number also. So in A dash, what all numbers will be there? 1, 3, 5, 7 and 1, 3, 5, 7 and 9. Okay. So if you count this A dash, n of A dash, how much you will get? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Again, if I do P of A dash, or you can write it as A bar also. In your textbook, it is written as A bar. So we'll write it as A bar will be equal to probability element of A bar and NS. Okay. So this is 5 by 10. So if you reduce this, it will come to half again. So can you see one thing? If you add probability of A plus probability of A bar, it will come half plus half, which is 1. So this A event is a simple event and A bar is an event which is of its complementary. जो लेफ्ट आउट है ए इवेंट से और जो रह गया उसका इवेंट जो है, इसको हम लोग बोलेंगे कॉम्प्लीमेंट्री इवेंट. सो प्लेन इवेंट का प्रोबेबिलिटी और उसका कॉम्प्लीमेंट्री इवेंट का प्रोबेबिलिटी हमेशा 1 होता है. सो यू शुड रिमेंबर वन थिंग, P of A plus P of A bar, if you do, it is always 1. You do this, you can apply this for all the experiment that you have done. Okay, so one is plain event, one is complementary event. Complementary event मतलब क्या कि जो लेफ्ट आउट एलिमेंट्स है ए लेने के बाद, तो उनको बोलेंगे इसका कॉम्प्लीमेंट्री. अगर इसका प्रोबेबिलिटी निकाले, दोनों को ऐड करे, हमेशा 1 आएगा. Okay, so these are all the concepts that we have done for our new topic probability. In our next video, I will start with the exercise in your textbook that is related with these all concepts. So please do not forget the concept which I've taught you today. Okay, so that's it for today. So have you understood the concept of probability in this video, Chinmay?
Yes, Mama. Now I have understood the concept of probability.
I hope you all have also understood the concept of probability, and your today's homework is, please write what is the probability of impossible event in comment box. Please do like, share and subscribe to my channel. Bye.